because we've had this problem before.
Hey, just cooking with you is dangerous.
It is.
This is gonna be great.
Hey, hi everybody. It's the Papa from the Papa's Kitchen, and it's good to be with you today. I've got a little project I'm doing. I'm sort of up early in the morning. Susan's on the camera, but she said I'll come around when it's time to taste. So I'll wait until then. Her and I are going out tonight to a friend's house. They're getting ready to leave Florida, South Florida for the season. They're snowbirds, and they're going back. So we're having a party tonight at one of their condos. There's a couple of them, a couple couples that we just love being with all the time. We do hamburgers together and all that kind of stuff. It's sort of fun, cook out and grill. And then I promised to make the dessert, because I had something in mind. And what I've got in mind is one of my favorites is Garten. And you know, I hope you realize this woman long ago had her own pastry and dessert kind of shop and all that kind of stuff. So she knows desserts, she knows pastry, she knows, well, she knows chocolate. I'm not the biggest chocolate lover, I'll admit it. I tend to lean toward vanilla, like on ice cream for sure. I don't like chocolate ice cream at all, actually, now that I think about it. I will eat chocolate, but I have like a Snickers bar once every 8 months, once every 6 months, and it satisfies. But I do like Ina's chocolate cakes and chocolate, anything that she does chocolate, because she always puts this richness of flavor in. And mostly she does it by putting coffee, espresso in. And so I'm gonna do that with this as well. She does, has a neat little easy recipe called chocolate cake with mocha frosting. And it's gonna go in a 9x13, and then we're gonna frost it, and it's an easy recipe, but it's really good. So to get started, I'm gonna take 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter and stick them in here in my mixer. And by the way, I had all this stuff out earlier at room temperature. I bring my butter out and let it sit out at room temperature so it's softer and easier to fold in with the sugar that I'm going to do in a second. And I also always bring my eggs out. For some reason, when they're at room temperature, I find that they just work better incorporating in. I don't ask me the chemistry behind it or anything, because I don't know. But basically 2 cups of white granulated sugar, 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter, and I use Kerrygold almost for all my butter around here. And then you're gonna mix this for about 5 minutes at medium speed, 4 to 5 minutes, until it gets nice, white and fluffy. While that's doing that, what I am going to do, I'm going to take some shortening here, and I'm going to grease my 9x13, and additionally I'm going to flour the sides, and I'm going to put a parchment, cut out a parchment paper, I already got that cut actually, on the bottom, so that this thing is easier to get out. Nobody wants a cake to stick in their pan. Easier to get out when it's totally cooled, ready to get frosting applied to the top of it. So I'm getting this all sort of greased up here really nicely. There we go, that's sort of pretty good, I think. And then I'm gonna dump a little flour in here. Now, I'm not by any kind of imagination a baker, but so I've got to have a lot of help when it comes to recipes and all that. I've been told, and I think it's true because I've made mistakes, you don't cut corners when you're baking, you don't riff and do your own little thing, measurements need to be exact, all that kind of stuff. So over the times I've done baking, I've learned my lesson. By the way, Ina does, and I've done it before and I love it, a great chocolate cake called Aunt Betty's chocolate cake, I think, for lack of a better term. And if you get that recipe, oh my goodness, that's one of the best 3-layer cakes that you'll ever want to eat. So there's my pan. My oven's going on at 350, and we're going to get that ready to go, preheat that. Everything's going. While that's going, I'm going to take this bowl here and I'm going to put in some salt. I need a teaspoon. Where's my thing? Here we go. A teaspoon of salt, kosher salt. I need a teaspoon of baking soda. I just follow my recipe. I'm doing a teaspoon of that. And then I'm going to sift in 1 3/4 cup of flour. So I get my flour here.
That's whipping up.
Oh man, it's doing nice. No, not quite yet. Let it go. It's not been 4 or 5 minutes. I like to do exactly what they tell me. That's how I am. I tend to be exact, like I said, because man, I've messed up too many times just sort of faking it, and that doesn't ever work. So there's 3/4, and here's 1 cup, and I'm just going to sift all of this together in this bowl before we add it. So there's my sifter. Some of these, man, my mother used to have one of those grind things, those wine things, you know?
Yeah, we had one till we moved and you threw it out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said, oh, we don't use this.
Huh?
You said we don't use this.
That's
well,
because I wasn't baking.
You didn't at the time.
No, I wish I had it, but it's just fine.
You can get one.
I've never seen them. They're not.
Yeah, I think they have them at Walmart.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but baking is it's interesting. I'm shocked you've actually tried it.
I know it. I do enjoy the results. That's why I tried it. Are you showing me sifting this?
No, I'm showing you.
Oh no, you gotta show me
sifting.
Show? Yeah. There it is. It's all sifted, almost all of it sifted.
So why did you try baking?
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the end result. I like what it makes. That's why I do it. That's the only reason I do it. Otherwise, forget it. It's too much work. But oh my goodness, this is going to be so good. And what you do is you impress your friends when you do it right. So
you do.
That's what I like about it. All right.
Now, do all this
what she says for me to do. Oh, I know it. What she says for me to do in another bowl, which I need.
They're right over there.
We're going to do the liquid.
You left them out.
Yeah.
I wondered why you had them out.
We're going to do the liquid stuff, okay? So now we're going to put in 2/3 cup of hot tap water. Now, by the way, and this is the cocoa powder that I use. It's really good stuff, and I like it. I've used it for a lot. In fact, I'm getting low on this. And then I have
what is it? Hershey's or?
No, it's some Dutch thing. Dutch processed baking cocoa. And then this is, I've had this too, and I use it a lot, even in that chocolate cake that she makes, that other one called Betty's cake. It's instant espresso coffee, and this stuff is just really, really good. I want 2/3 cup of as hot a water as you can get. There it is, 2/3 cup, and in this is what's going to get you. I am going to add the cocoa powder and the espresso powder and mix it until it's smooth. So I need 2/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. So let me get a spoon. And this is where the magic happens, folks, right here. Oh my goodness. It does smell good. You got to admit, even if you don't, and I'm admitting it, even if you don't really like chocolate all that much, the smell of chocolate is what is half the enticement. It really is. I don't care what anybody tells you. I'm going to put that in.
You're making this for your friend.
Yeah.
You asked him, well, what
do you like?
Kind of
he says anything chocolate.
He goes, well, Jerry goes, do you like lemon meringue pie?
Yeah,
he goes, not particularly.
No,
I like anything
and
chocolate.
I need 1 teaspoon, yeah, he does, 1 teaspoon of the espresso powder. There that is. And we're going to mix all of this together. Okay, and then to this mixture, Susan, I'm going to put in 2/3 cup of half and half that I have.
It almost looks like frosting. I wonder it's good.
All ready like this. And then here's what she says to do. You take and do in stages your flour and your liquid into here.
Okay.
And I've got to add eggs in there too. Oh no, then I got to do eggs now and the vanilla. So I've got to do that first. Okay, so I'm coming back to this stuff. I need a 1 teaspoon of vanilla right here in here. Okay, and I'm going to do 1 egg at a time, and I incorporate that before I even do the dry mix and the wet mix here. So there's the vanilla, and then I'm going to do, while this is on low, I'm going to do 1 egg at a time. So here we go. And honestly, this is the worst way you can do this.
You should turn that off.
Well, not only that, but it's actually, you should do it in a bowl and then put it in, because if you've got any kind of
egg or something, you're in big.
Yeah, or if it was shell or anything. So it's done. That's good. Now that's all complete. Now they do say with this, you add this in stages, and you want to start with this and then end with this, the dry. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to, with the mixture on low, add the flour and the chocolate mixtures in thirds, alternately in thirds, starting and ending with the flour. So I'm going to put in...
That paddle is going to splatter it all.
Well, okay, let me do this.
There you go.
How about this?
Oh, maybe that'll help.
Maybe this will help, okay?
Yeah.
Because we've had this problem before. And we're
That's what that's for.
I know it.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that neat? So there's some. I'm going to put a little bit more in.
There you go. It's there on purpose.
And again, we just knock that down. Okay, then I'm going to put some of this in. And this is looking really good.
Whoop.
Yeah, that thing, I've never have liked it, but it's okay. No, it's okay. And then I'm going to do another third of this.
There you go.
And there that is. All right, and then I'm going to add more of this. And you can just already just smell how good and delicious that is. All right, and then I'm going to finish up with the flour. Let's see if I can do this. Hey, there we go, eh?
There we go.
Wow. Okay, let me take that.
There.
Wonderful. Look at there.
Wow. Why haven't we used that before?
You know what? If I ever buy another mixer, I'm going to get the bigger size. Bowl. Yeah. Okay, now what they do say to do is take this.
Like I say, since he's been cooking, we have the very best.
Yeah. And we're going to get all this off, and then I also want to take
a
spatula around the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just hold this steady.
Whoa.
Get this. I know. Living dangerously.
You are.
And we're going to just get the side.
Hey, just cooking with you is dangerous.
It is. But can you imagine how good this is going to taste with some coffee tonight? After hamburgers or whatever
I'll eat a hamburger.
No, I know. I was thinking about the same thing when I was taking a shower this morning. I wonder if I could miss the hamburger, just eat the cake.
Yeah, right.
I thought the same exact thing. We think alike.
Well, after so many years, I think they even say you look alike.
Oh, no.
You think
now I've heard that you look like your dog after so many years.
I don't have a dog.
No, I know it. I'm just saying that's all I've ever heard. Okay, that's
my companion
really
is you, not a dog.
No, that's right. Never forget
I
it.
have liked dogs and had dogs and loved dogs.
But you got to admit, there are some people that look exactly like their dog.
Yes.
I wonder if when they buy the dog, if that's sort of back in the subconscious of their mind.
Could
or
be.
something.
They like it because it looks like them.
Maybe. I've never.
I know. I always like a little Shih Tzu. Is that what I look like?
No. Well, yeah.
A little
Honestly,
Shih Tzu?
I think you do. Anyhow, if you put a comment in, I would love to know what is your favorite dessert.
Yes.
What do you what's your go-to? What do you make? Maybe you don't have a go-to. That's fine. I really don't think I necessarily do either. Well, I do. In most cases, it would be for me pecan pie or rhubarb when it's in season. That's also a go-to for sure. I do love rhubarb pie. Okay, so that's that. And now I'm going to put it in because my oven's ready. It's going to go in the deal. So we pour this in, and we're going to make sure it's all smooth on top. My lining is at the bottom. And by the way, once this cooks, you're going to pull it out and you're going to let it cool in the pan until it's totally, completely cool. Then you're going to flip it over, and I'll show that to you. You're going to, I may not show it to you.
And then you
frost it.
The other
put
side.
it on a plate, or put it on a board or something.
Always tricks.
Yeah, there's tricks. This guy in the garden knows the tricks.
I wondered how people made them so the top part was flat. That's how you do is you turn it over. Or you cut the very top part
sort
off.
of skim it off.
If you do that, I have dibs on it.
The top part, if I cut it, I'm not going to be cutting, but anyhow. Yeah. Okay, so there it is. And all I want is to get this all even. Again, you're getting it smooth because this is going to eventually be the bottom. The top will be the bottom. There we go. That looks just wonderful. And it goes for about 25-30 minutes. Smells like a chocolate factory in here. Off it goes.
Oh wait.
I know I wasn't supposed to.
You licked your finger.
I know I wasn't supposed to.
I heard
raw
it.
egg, I need to hear all about it. Alexa, set a timer, please, for 25 minutes. Oh.
I get to step in.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes, I get to lick my finger.
Yeah, but it's raw egg. They're gonna yell at you.
Oh, right. Tastes so good.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, you know what that tastes like?
What?
Tastes like a chocolate milkshake.
It does. It really
Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm.
It really does.
This is going to be great.
It will be. Okay, my cake is out. I've got it cooled off. I'm going to flip it here. In a second on my board. But on the board, what I have here is 12 ounces of bittersweet chocolate.
And it is bittersweet. I took a piece and you don't want to eat it.
No, you don't want to eat that. And what we're going to do is putting it in this bowl, and we're going to make the mocha frosting for the cake here. And I'm taking the chocolate. I have at room temperature 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And then I'm going to also put in here 2 teaspoons of instant espresso. And then I had it on the stove. I didn't scald it or anything. I just warmed it up. I've got 1 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And we're going to use this. Oh, I need that actually. Oh, I need a different one now. We're going to use this to melt this.
It's just heavy cream.
Heavy cream, that's all it is. And we're going to just stir this around until that's melted. And if it doesn't melt easily, and by the way, that's why I sort of put it in a glass bowl. If it doesn't melt, stick it in your microwave for 10-20 seconds at the most. It'll melt. But let's just keep stirring and watch it melt here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this, once it's all done, we're going to put it in the refrigerator to cool off for about 30 minutes. We don't want it cold, we want it cool. I'm going to come back and we're going to take a hand mixer and we're going to whip it just very, very quickly, very briefly until peaks form, and then we're done. You don't want to overbeat this. If you do, it'll curdle. And so you just don't want to do that. but let's just go one step at a time. We're gonna get this all melted. And by the way, after I get this sort of melted in here, I am going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of a Kahlua, and in this case I have Tina Maria, which is nothing but a very heavily enriched coffee flavored liqueur. And the liqueur is really not the big issue here. It's that deep coffee taste that you're wanting.
Sure, and get all
I will.
stuff.
Thank you.
We
yeah.
can see it on this
Yeah.
side.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
I will. Sure.
All that chocolate goodness.
Goodness. Yes. Exactly right. That's just pure old chocolate goodness
still
right here.
there.
Alrighty.
Do you put those in before you put it in the fridge?
Yes. Yeah. See how it's already thickening up? All right. So here, let me. Oh yeah, I see that. Let me do this real quick. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 tablespoon only, just 1 tablespoon of this Tia Maria. There it is. And that's that rich coffee flavor. That's it. So we'll keep stirring this around a little bit, and off it goes into the to the fridge for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to come back and we're going to
mix it up.
Mix it all up. And oh, wait a second, before I go, let me show you what I'm going to do here. I decided what I am going to do is I'm going to take this cake tonight on this cutting board. It'll be just perfect because I don't have a big thing and I don't want it. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this, we're going to pop it over like this.
Oh, interesting.
Just like that. Move it off. Come on, babe. Come on. There you go. Okay. And then off it comes. And off this comes. There. And now we'll be ready to put the frosting on. Oh, we got a little bit of flour. Okay, so we'll come back real quick when I'm getting ready to frost it and show it to you, the end result. And then we'll show you maybe some pictures later when we're eating it.
If we remember.
If we remember. Oh man, that's the truth. Okay. Okay, Susan had to take off to a meeting, but I got my cake all done. I had the frosting in the fridge for about 40 minutes actually, and you cover it with some saran wrap. When you pull it out, put the hand mixer on it and get it so that you get peaks forming, which is exactly what I did. And then you just put it on and the cake is done, and it tastes really good.